So before I begin, I don't have your exams. One reason I didn't do the videos was I wasn't intending to do the videos was I would have time to grade those, but that didn't happen. So I'll have them by Tuesday, and I'll have your midterm grades out as well. Let's see. Someone said they're not seeing the file. You might have to reload. I'm seeing it. I just uploaded it, and it says it's available. So are other people not seeing the file in the handout folder? If you could just let me know by chat, then we'll get it fixed. Okay, so it is there. So if you're not seeing it and you had it open to look earlier, you may need to reload it to see it. And so I just put it up there. So let me know if there's problems. I can figure something else out. Okay. I just wanted to review really quickly the horizontal asymptotes. I tried to clear up things in the video. I hope that worked. I'm just going to say a couple of words about it. But before I do that, okay, I'm just getting a private message I need to respond to. Okay. So, somebody's Zoom wasn't really working well, so I just told them no worries, because I know that that's happening with increasing frequency, it seems. So, okay, I'm going to start with a little bit about horizontal and vertical asymptotes. I'm going to try to make it simple. Sorry, I sent that message to the wrong person. All right, let me respond. Okay. Any questions about horizontal asymptotes or vertical asymptotes? Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick review. Basically, we have a function that's going to have a polynomial on top and on the bottom. And these are polynomials. So that means they're whole number powers. So maybe something like this. Okay, that would be P, that would be Q. To find a vertical asymptote, basically you want to solve Q of X equals 0. So here it's X equal 3, and then you plug in 3 as a check, plug it into the whole thing, and you're going to get 9 plus 3 plus 1 over 0. These really aren't numbers. So I think of that as 13 over 0. And the fact that this number is not 0 tells me that there's a vertical asymptote at X equal 3. Okay. And then you can graph it to see more information about it. If the top is 0, it's a little bit more complicated, and I cover that in the videos. And there's some examples, I think, in the homework as well. And I can talk about that if there's questions. Okay, so that's vertical asymptotes. Find out where the bottom is 0. And then graph to get the information. Okay. Now for the top, for the horizontal asymptotes, I'll use the same example. I'm going to actually give a couple of examples. If the degree of P of X is greater than Q of X, there's no horizontal asymptote. Why? Well, the X squared overpowers the X. So the highest term dominates. But what I can do here is what I think about for large X. This is like X squared over X. Because if I plug in a really large number, that X is even not, doesn't really matter. And neither does the 1, neither does the 3, which is like X. So what will happen is that the graph will look like y equal x for large positive, negative values of x. And that's called a slant asymptote. Okay. So that's one thing that can happen. The second thing that can happen is this. We have a function like that. If the degree of p equals degree of q, then there's a horizontal asymptote y equal a not equal to 0. And how do you find it? Well, I look at the two highest degree terms, and it's going to be 9/4. And here's why. For large x, the 3x is going to be inconsequential. The 1s aren't going to matter. And so this is going to be really like x squared over 4x squared, again, for large x. X squares cancel, so it's really going to be like 9/4. And that means that the graph will approach y equal 9/4 for large x. Okay, so that's the second thing that can happen. And then the third thing that can happen is that the degree of the bottom, that's a q, is greater than the degree of the top. And the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. And the reason why is the highest power dominates. So you look at that. For large x, we ignore all the lower degree terms. And this is going to look like 1 over x squared. And that approaches y equals 0 for large x. Okay. What I had hoped on Tuesday was I tried something different. It's more of like an exploratory exercise. Was going to come back and go over all this, but it just didn't work the way I planned it. And and that's on me. So that's a review. That's sort of the bottom line there. So I hope that was helpful. But any questions? So basically, that's the bottom line for the asymptotes. And again, you can ask questions. Somebody came in office hours yesterday with WebAssign questions, and we worked on a couple while they were on their screen. That worked great. And I haven't got any pings yet for Ask Your Teacher, but I'll double check that later today too. So you can always ask questions on WebAssign like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that like that unless if there's questions. Okay. So today we're going to mostly work in groups, but I do want to go over the exponential function. And the videos, I'm not going to go and repeat what's in the videos, but I do want to summarize, is that an exponential function looks like that. And b is the initial value, and a is the base. And if a is greater than 1, this is what the graph is going to look like. That point is 0, b. If you plug in 0 into the function, you get b, a to the 0. A to the 0 is 1, so that's going to be b. And if a is between 0 and 1, it's going to look the opposite. It's going to look like that. And again, this doesn't matter on the size of a, so I'm going to have the same y-axis intercept. And again, I'm not going to, in both of these cases, the domain is minus infinity to infinity. There's no restrictions on what we can plug in. The range is going to be above 0. Over here, this graph approaches 0. Over here, this graph approaches 0. Okay. Y-intercept is going to be 0 and b. And there's some other qualities which you can see in the video. But this is the basic information. I have one more thing to say, and then we can go into the groups. I'll answer questions, of course, first. So when you have an exponential function like that, there's going to be a special base, and it's this number e, and to 9 places, e is this, and then it starts to go kind of random. And so it's called the natural base. And in math, finance, business, economy, sciences, E is really used, and it's kind of the standard base. You can take any number A and convert it to a power of E. We're not going to go into that. That's just a little bit of background. So what you'll see in these classes is that they use E whenever there's something exponential, they use E. And so you'll also see there's a variant of this that looks like this. And then sometimes you will also see a coefficient in here. So you'll have some kind of coefficient here. So for example, you could have 100, 2 to the 3t, something weird like that. Okay, but again, I'm going to focus on these forms. So that's the outline of exponentials. And so knowing this, you can do pretty much everything on the worksheet, or at least get started. When I gave the introductory video, I gave some word problems. There's some word problems on WebAssign. What we're going to do in the handout today is going to work nicely with the word problems and the applications you'll see on WebAssign and in the text. And so there's going to be some word problems as well. If you need to evaluate something like e to the 10, there's going to be an E button on a calculator, on most calculators. You can go to Desmos. Desmos knows what E is. Or you can just go to Google. And if you have your computers open, just Google e to the 10. And you should get a numerical value for it. So if you ever need to evaluate that, those are your choices. And again, I'm going to give you some practice with that within the handout. So that's the introduction. Or if there's any questions, let me know. Right now, I'll pause for a minute. I'm going to make another announcement. You can ask the question then. I'll give you a minute or so to ask questions. There'll be a new project next week. And so to keep me honest, I won't give it out until I grade the exam. So that's going to motivate me to grade the exam because we need to do another project. And I'll talk about that next week. I'll introduce it. It'll be another group project with a different group. And it'll be a similar kind of thing, except this one will involve exponentials and COVID. Again, and more about that later. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Does anybody have a question before we break into groups? And then things return to normal next week. My last announcements. There'll be a video, maybe hopefully by tomorrow, and a quiz for Tuesday, 10/20. 10/20/20. I'm guessing you figured out what today is. It's one of those funny date days. It's 10/15/20. Okay, you'll never see that again. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to form the groups and let's see. How many people do we have? I'm going to go with 7 groups today. I'm just checking the composition of the groups to make sure that Sam and I both aren't in the same group or not. Okay, so I'm going to open the rooms and I'll see you in the groups. But any questions before that? Okay. Hey, Vince, I'm seeing that you haven't joined a meeting yet, and that's been happening lately because of Zoom issues. Good, you did. Perfect.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm just here to say hello and see if there's any immediate questions. And it could be questions on the video.
None from me.
I don't have any yet.
Okay, good. There's 4 word problems, and one thing that you can do as a group is you could each do one and then explain it to the other people. That might be a way or you can work together on them, whatever you prefer doing. That was just a suggestion. Okay, I will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So I'm just coming in to say hello to see if there's questions. Could be about the material, could be about the worksheet.
Nothing that stands out to me. The videos helped a lot.
Okay, good. I'm glad you got a chance to look at them. There's 4 word problems, and there's a problem at the end that you may not be able to get to, but that's fine. But one thing to do is to sort of, you could work together on word problems, or you could work on them separately and then help each other out. You know, each person could teach everybody else about the word problem. So that's just a suggestion. You can do it however you want. Okie doke. I will see you in a bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm just sort of checking in initially to see if there's any immediate questions. And I'm curious if everybody got a chance to look at the videos.
I don't think I have any questions right now.
Okay.
I don't either. I'm just looking.
Okay, good. Okay. So just let me know if you do. I'll check back in a bit. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you all later. Damn it. I am sorry. That was a glitch on my part. I hit the wrong button. I've been waiting all semester to do that. I finally did. I don't think I've done that before here. I did it in another class. So I'm just going to recreate all the rooms, and I apologize. Hello. Just checking in to see if you have any questions or see how you're doing.
I kind of don't get number 4.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't go over this in the video, but it's here. Let me share. And I'll just use the whiteboard. Sorry, it's just being slow. There we go. Okay. So here's the idea. That's supposed to be an E. And it's E x minus 1. Here, let me just type it out. I think that'll be quicker and easier. So we have E, and I'm going to use that for the exponent. We have E to the x minus 1 equal E to the 5. Okay. So basically, if we want to solve that, that says we can just look only at the exponent. So we could solve this equation. So basically, the idea is that if you get any kind of equation, so let's say you have something like this, a to the x equal a to the y, you can just drop the exponents and solve the equation in the exponents. So you'd solve, sorry, that's x to the y, x equal y. Does that help?
Yes, it does. I got 6 as an answer, but I just kind of threw that out there.
Yep.
But yes.
And you can always check. You could, I mean, just if you plug the 6 back in, you would get e to the 5 equals e to the 5. So you can always check it that way. Okay.
Thank you. That helped.
Okay, good. Okay, other questions? Okay. If you have any, just let me know. I'll try not to close everybody's room this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
This is the first time.
That's all right. My cat's going to come at some point.
They hate my mailman, and when he comes and drops off mail every day, they freak out.
Yeah. I have heard of that before. My dog didn't like it as a kid, didn't like mailmen either. So go after the mail when it came in the slot. Okay, so any questions or anything?
Yeah, number 4.
Okay. And I didn't go over that, and I don't think I activated sharing today. So I'm going to go over that with the whiteboard. It's
Okay.
the idea. I didn't go over it in the videos, and so the idea, I'm going to do it with I'll try to draw it, see how it looks. Okay. So we have e to the x equals x minus 1, right?
Yeah, x minus 1.
Okay. And so basically it says that you can just drop, as long as they're the same base, you just solve the equation, you just look at the exponents only.
Oh.
Okay.
So you were right, Alex.
Yeah. And I didn't really talk about that in the videos, so I didn't talk about it at all. So I just have that little bit about it in the parentheses. But anytime that if you were to solve some equation like this, let's say e to the x is here is going to be an expression, a to the y, let's say. Imagine these are complicated expressions. All you do is look at the exponents.
Okay.
Right. And the reason is because there's only one possible way that these could be equal, and that's if the exponents are equal. Okay. And they call it, the book calls it the one-to-one principle. Okay. Okay, does that help?
Yes, for sure.
Good. Okay,
And
good.
then, could we get a little bit of guidance with like number 5, like A?
Yeah. Okay. So you have the formula, and it's a complicated. There's a lot of unknowns in it. So the idea is going to erase everything. Oops. No, it's not erasing. Come on.
Hmm.
There we go. I'll just trash everything. Okay, it's easier. Okay, so our equation, I'm just going to look at these things right here. And it's going to be the same, mostly the same numbers for everything. Okay, Rn, Rt. Okay. And this basically is your A.
That whole equation?
Yeah.
Or that little part
Yeah.
of the
Now you don't need to know that, but that's kind of what it's acting. And this is acting like the B over here. Okay. So this would be how much money you start with. And how much was that?
1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're doing it, R is what?
Annually?
Yeah.
I don't know what the annual rate.
R, it says down below, it says, oh, I forgot to put, it says 5% interest compounded. And I meant to say compounded. Yeah, I did. I say compounded annually. Okay. So the interest is always how much per year. So it's 5%. How do you write that as a decimal?
0.5.
Yeah.
0.05.
Yes. Ah, sorry, being clumsy. So you have 0.5 on top.
Oh, isn't it 0.05?
No, just 1.5. The way that you do it,
Oh, 0.05.
yeah. And then N is 1. Okay. And
What
this,
does N represent again?
the number of times per year that you compound it.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's do B instead. Okay, problem B. That makes it more interesting. Okay, so for B, we compound it quarterly. So if you do it quarterly, how many times a year?
4.
4. Yeah.
So we're doing D?
B. Yeah.
D. Okay.
Okay. And so you would have a 4 here. And the idea is that each time you compound interest, you do it every 3 months. So 4 times a year. You don't get the whole 5% every quarter. You get the 0.05 times the number of, times how many periods you're doing it. So you divide it by 4. So each quarter you get 1/4 of that 0.05. And then you put the 4 up here, and then that would be, and then the T here, and that would be your equation.
Wait, isn't it RT?
I hope I didn't write RT there. It's supposed to be NT. I will fix that. No wonder you were confused. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the problem. It's supposed to be N. I'll tell everybody that in the group. I mean, in a second. Does that help? And I hopefully that it was, so was the problem just the N, or was it everything?
I just was, yeah, I was just like with annually, I just wasn't quite sure how to go about that.
Yeah.
But.
And the idea is that what I'm trying to get at here is that it's the same, you get 5% per year. In one place, they just wait to the end of the year and give you all of it. In this one, every 3 months, they give you a quarter of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the more often that you compound it, it's actually the more money that you get.
Okay, so then we just evaluate this.
Yep. Okay, and that's for B, and all the other ones are going to be similar to that.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And sorry for the confusion over that. I'm going to go try to fix that. Okay. Other questions before I go?
I think we should be good for now.
Okay, good. Okay, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye-bye, and I'll make sure that everybody can share. I don't think I might not have activated. There, I did. Okay, good. I'm going to send the message. Well, I'll leave the room first. Hello, everybody. I just sent out a message about there's a typo in number 5. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's in the interest formula. I don't know if you saw the message I just sent out.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, good. Yeah. So you all have the right formula?
No, I don't have the right formula.
Okay. Yeah. Here, let me show you on the screen. And that way you can fix it. Are you seeing the handout?
Yeah.
Right there. It's, if you look at the exponent on yours, it's going to say RT. And it should be NT for the exponent. See how it is NT on the one I just shared?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure you got that first of all. And then, are there any questions?
Do we leave that when we plug in the 5%? Do we leave it as the 5 or we change the 0.05?
Oh, the 5 is going to be whenever you have a, here, let me stop the share. Okay, so whatever you have, so when you have a decimal like here, 5%, I'll do it in text, and then I'll do it. That's equal to 0.05. So the percent itself, basically, you can think of the percent as equaling 1/100. And that gives you the 0.05. Okay, does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, other questions? Okay, I will leave you be. I'll be back. Just let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep, bye-bye. Hey, I just wanted to check in. Hi, everybody. Did you see the typo in number 5? I sent out a message about it. I can show you what the typo is. That way you can correct it. So I should be sharing my handout. Am I doing that? If not, let me know.
It seems like you're showing a blank screen.
Okay, let me try it again then. Okay, okay. Thank you. And you might have figured this out, Sam. So let's go to the share screen. Okay. Okay, are you seeing the handout now?
Yep, it's up.
Okay, and see the part that I highlighted? With number 5 with the formula? I mean, you might not be able to see the highlight. I don't know.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, okay. That exponent should be NT and I wrote it as RT. But it's correct in number E, but it's not correct up in it's in E, it should be E to the RT. But the formula you're going to use for A, B, C, and D, that exponent's going to be NT, not RT.
Oh, I mean, if it was our team, I'd be investing right now.
Well, actually, you would get less because that R would be a smaller number. It would be a decimal, so you wouldn't get as much.
I just misread it. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, okay. So any questions? You should be investing right now anyway, but that's a whole different issue. Any questions at all before I go, or? Okay. You're in good hands, it sounds like, so, okay. Okie doke, so I will see you all later. Hello, so I'm back again. I've also activated screen sharing. I forgot to do that. Did you see my message to everybody about the typo in number 5?
I think I missed that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Those messages, they're easy to miss. So let me show you what it should be. I'm going to share my screen and I'll share the handout. Okay. And are you seeing the handout?
Yeah.
And you're seeing, I'm going to go to number 5 and I've highlighted the formula. That should be, the exponent should be NT and I wrote RT.
Okay.
So just make sure that N is an R. It's what I wrote in E is correct, but what I wrote there was incorrect. So it should be as listed there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, does everybody have that? I'll stop the share. Okay. Okie doke. Any questions about anything? And I'm also curious to know where you are in on the sheet.
I don't think we have any questions yet.
Where are people?
But we were.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
I don't have any questions. I'm on. I'm kind of taking my time with this stuff. I'm only on problem number 4 right now.
Okay, it's okay. And do you know what to do there? Some other people had questions about that. You just look at the exponents. You know, you almost cancel the bases. So like, the idea is that.
So the E's cancel out, and so on one side you have x minus 1, and then it equals 5.
Exactly. Because that one-to-one principle, I didn't really talk about it in the video, and I explain it a little bit below, but basically the book talks about it. But if you have a common base and they're equal, the exponents have to be equal.
Okay.
So like if it was like 2 to the x minus 1 equals 3 to the 5, you couldn't do it. It has to be the same base.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, you just have to solve x minus 1 equal 5.
So if both sides have that exponent, the E, you can just cancel that E out and just swing it to the, oh, cool.
And that's going to be true for any base. If you had something like this, doesn't matter what the number is, it could be E, it could be any number, that you kind of, like you said, cancel the bases and just, the exponents have to be equal since the bases are the same.
So if you plugged in both of those exponents on number 4 into Desmos, hold on, let me look at it again.
Right.
Would x equals 6 just be where both of them intersect?
Yeah, if you graphed them exactly. Because
Okay.
E5 would be a line.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good. Any other questions from anybody? Okay, I got a question from somebody in another room, so I'll join them, but I'll be back and just let me know. Okay. Hello, I saw that there was a question.
Yeah, so for 6, I more or less get this, but for 6A, what is the K value?
Okay, there isn't always going to be a K value. So the K would be 1 there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So do any of them have a K value? I guess I'm just like confused.
If you look at number 3
for C.
Yeah, I'm sorry, number C. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
That's the K value there would be 4.637.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and then some in the book have a value there. Like if you do radioactive half-life, which I didn't cover, there would be a K value there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. So other questions? Anybody have other questions about the worksheet?
I don't have any.
Okay, and Brendan, you're okay?
Yep, I'm good. Sorry it took me so long.
No, that's all right. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. And we're going to work till probably about 2 since we started late, and then I'll bring everybody back. So might be leaving a little bit later than that, but I'll bring everybody back.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Then let me know if you get, if you all do finish before that, let me know. Okay. I'll see you in a bit. Hi, everybody. I forgot to have sharing activated, but it is now. But did you see the message I sent to everybody, to each group, about the typo?
I did not. Was that in the chat box?
Yeah, I'll just show you. It's easier if I show you, so I'll just share my screen and show you.
The number 6D.
No, it was number 5.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so I'll get back to number 6D in a second. So I'm just going to share the screen. Okay. And are you seeing the handout?
It just looks like a blank white screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like that to me as well.
Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So for number 5, I'm going to highlight the formula and look at the exponent on the right-hand side. It should be NT, and I wrote RT on the original work. I fixed it on this one, but on the original one, I put RT.
I think I read right past that, just used NT.
Yeah, good. I did too, obviously, when I typed it, so I apologize. And then for E, it is correct. I have RT as the exponent there, and that is the correct value.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be R and E, and that's probably why I made the mistake. Okay, and did somebody have a...
6D, it gives the model P times 1.01 to the power of P, but it says it's a 2%.
Right, thank you for pointing that out. So what did I do? That should be a 1.02. Am I still sharing the screen? Did you?
Yeah.
You saw the change? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie doke. I'd like to say put that in there just so I would know when people got there, but I didn't. But thanks for letting me know about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So Alex, somebody has a question in another group, but I can wait if you have other questions.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't know about.
Yeah. How about the rest of you?
Same for me.
Okay. Everybody's doing good. Okay. Okay. I'll see you in a bit. And I'm gonna bring people back. Since we started late, I was gonna go pretty much the full class, but I'll haul people back a little bit after 2 probably. And if you get done earlier than that, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Hello again.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, wait, did I get to the right? Yeah, I got the right group. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yes.
Alex had a question, so yeah.
Yeah, I was confused about the for the exponential growth, the K.
Right. Okay. There's not going to be a K in anyone but number C. So the other one, the K is just 1.
Okay, so
I
we
was
just
right. Okay,
you're
cool.
right. Good job, Sammy.
Sweet.
Sammy, yeah. But I don't know if you got to C yet. Did anybody get to that?
No, we're on A.
Okay. I'm going to show you C just because guess what? There's another typo there. I changed the problem to make it like a little bit more realistic. So if you look at C, I say that inflation is 2%.
Yes.
And I put I had 1.01 there. So those don't match.
Mm-hmm.
It should be 2%. It should be 1.02. Yeah.
Got it.
And I apologize.
No worries. Thank you.
Okay. Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
Happy to answer any questions while I'm here, if anybody has any. Okay, good. It's good to see you work. It sounds like you're working together, and that's the way to do it. So I'm glad to see that. Okay. Okay, dog. And I'll stop the share, and then I'll see you later. And I was going to call people back about 2, maybe a little bit after.
Okay.
And let me know if you get done before that.
Awesome. Thanks, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hello. So I'm stopping by for a couple of reasons. I don't think I made it. There's 2 typos, and I know I didn't talk about one, but I don't think I talked about either. I sent a message out about one, but the message don't always get. I think they're hard to read. So I'm going to share the screen, and I'll show you the typos. Oops. Are you seeing the handout?
No, it's just a blank.
Blank screen with the blue thing on it? Yeah, okay, good. Nice. No, not good. That means, but let me do it again. I think I know what I did. Here we go. Okay, are you seeing the handout now?
Yeah, we see it.
Good. Okay, do you see the part that's highlighted in number 5?
Mm-hmm.
The exponent is NT, not RT. I have it corrected here, but it's wrong on the one people downloaded. And then in number 5, it says e to the RT. That is correct there.
Okay.
Okay. And then in number 6 on D, I gave you the formula, and I had 1.01 T, and it should be 1.02 T. If you did it the other way, that's fine. I just wanted to make it consistent.
Wait, I'm sorry. Could you say that one more time?
Sure. For number 6D, I don't know if you can see the highlight or not. The formula C of T. It should be. I have it correct here. I think on yours it says P 1.01 to the T. And it should be.
Okay, I get it. Okay,
Yeah, okay,
you.
good. Yeah, I just didn't, it didn't match what I said above. So, okay. Okie doke. So while I have you, do you have any questions about anything?
For number 6,
Uh-huh.
I guess it's just on. Well, I'm confused about the constant.
The K?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be there. It is there sometimes.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, and so like in number 3, there is one,
Okay.
but there's not one in the K is 1 in the other one. Does that make more sense?
Yes, I
Okay.
got it now.
I should have probably been clearer about that. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Other questions? And I'm curious to know where people are. Like what problem you're working on, not where you are physically.
I'm still on number 6. I'm
Okay.
on A and B.
Good.
B
Okay.
now.
On number 5.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm on 5.
You're on 5. Okay, good. So Elizabeth, if they want help, you could sort of guide them since you aren't already on number 6. Okay. And then Quinn, how about you? Where are you? Okay.
I might have left for a minute.
Yeah, probably. Okay, good. So I will see you all in a bit. I'll bring people back probably a little bit after 2. Okay, and yeah, okay, bye-bye. And I hadn't activated screen sharing for some reason, and now it's activated, so you should be okay. Again, I'm just checking in to see if there's questions.
Hi, Professor. There's no question. I don't have a question.
Okay. Hi, Aiden. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, are we allowed to leave when we're done?
I'm going to call people back probably in about 5 minutes just to see if there's questions, but I may not. If everybody gets done, I may not. So where are you right now?
Well,
I'm almost
Henry already
done.
left, so that's what we were wondering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, he finished?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So where are you two?
I'm done.
You're done?
Yes.
How about you? Do you all work together on that, or are we doing different?
No, we're just doing separately.
Okay. How about you, Aiden? Are you finished?
I'm almost done.
Okay. Yeah, I think if I was just going to see if there were questions on this. I don't have anything like profound to say about it. I will ask one question on number 5. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Did you notice the difference in how much money you got returned, depending on how often it was compounded? Like the amount of money, the value of the investment should be higher the more it's compounded.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just like it's kind of it's not that deep or anything. I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and make sure people saw that. Yeah, and when you get to the point you borrow money on a car or something like that, how they compound interest and interest rates, it kind of matters, and it can make a difference. That's kind of what one of the points of that is. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, doke. Yeah, so you're free to leave. Just send me a message when you leave, just so I know.
Can we just go now?
Oh yeah, and you can consider. Well, Aiden's not finished, so I don't know. But
I could just finish up on my own.
Okay,
yeah, I can always finish up on my own.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Okay, take care. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Again, just checking in to see how you were doing and where you are, what problem you're working on.
I just got to 7.
Okay. And that's like an old story, number 7. But any questions about anything?
I haven't really read through 7 yet, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Nothing up to that point?
No.
No, yes, that's just like an old story. I don't know where it started, but it's been around forever. I don't think I'm going to bring people back because I don't think there's any big wrap up to do here, and people don't seem to be having questions. So you're free to go when you're done. If you could someone in the group could just sort of text me, not text me, but send out a message when you're done. That would be great.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, and someone has a question in another room, so I'm going to go answer that. And if you do have a question, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you too.
Hello.
Hi. I can't remember if you said at the beginning of class if we were gonna like rejoin as a group at the end.
I was.
And we were done if we were just supposed to call you in.
I think I don't think I was going to call people back, but it seems like people are working well through this and didn't have a lot of questions. The only thing I was going to point out is that in number 5, you should see that the more it's compounded, the more money you get.
Yeah.
And so if you ever, when you get to the point, you buy a car, take out a loan or something like that, it's just something to pay attention to how often, and how often things are compounded. I just wanted it's not a very deep point or anything. I just wanted to point that out. But does anybody have, if you don't have any questions about anything, you're free to go. I'm happy to answer questions if you do have them, and I'll post solutions too.
Okay, I know I didn't have any.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, what was your typo on number 5 again?
Oh, there's one in 6 too that someone just pointed out. Number 5, the exponent of the formula in the handout, it says everything's to the RT.
Sure.
It should be the NT. Like it's the number of times of year times the year. It's like, yeah, it's correct in number 8. I mean, number E, that's not a typo. And then in number 6D, you might have noticed this, is that the formula should be 1.02 to the T, and I had 1.01 to the T.
Okay, cool.
If you did it with 1.01, don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Professor.
You're welcome. Okay. And Javarian, are you okay? Any questions?
I'm good.
Okay, good. So if you don't have any questions and you're done, you're free to go. So, but if you're going to stick around a little bit and work on it, just sort of send out a message to let me know that you're done. But otherwise, if I don't see you, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Yep, bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, I'm checking in again. I said I was going to call the people back, but most people I've talked, not most people, but a couple of groups, everybody in those groups seems to be okay and didn't have any questions, and I didn't have any big points to make. So depending on where you are, when you're done, you can go if you don't have any questions, but I'm curious to know where you are.
I had finished. I was just waiting.
Okay. And if you want to help the others, you can do that. And then Isaac, how are you doing?
I'm currently on 60.
Okay, good. And you got the
So
correct.
almost finishing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm almost finishing up.
Yeah. Okay. And you got the correction for 60?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Lydia, how about you?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
Okay. And again, I'm not going to bring people back. So when you're,
Okay.
so you're, when the group is finished, when you're finished, you're ready, you can go. And then Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm also just finishing up.
Okay, good. So if I don't see you again, like I say, I'm not going to call people back. It doesn't seem I need to. Just have a good weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. See you all later.
Sounds
Yep.
good. You have a good weekend too.
Yep. Thanks, Isaac. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Just checking in to see where everybody is, and I've decided not to call people back. I've talked to other groups, and people in those groups have finished and didn't seem to have any questions, and I didn't have a big point to make about anything. So I'm just curious to see where you all are.
I'm finished.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all done.
Yeah.
Okay. And Trinity, how are you doing? Any questions?
No, I'm just working on the last one.
Okay. And Amanda?
I'm done.
Okay. So you all are free to go. I'll be around a little bit if you have questions about anything, but I'm not going to call everybody back. So if I don't see you again today, have a good weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday.
Yep, you too.
Okay. Yep. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
My brain hurts just looking at it.
I don't even think I could do it, to be honest. Oh.
I don't think 7's actually that bad. It's
Uh-huh.
just I think you're supposed to, I don't know if this is exactly right, but you're just using like a geometric series formula. Maybe.
Well, yeah, you're not even supposed to see, like, I mean, it's just like, it's like, when it's like it's a really, really old story. It's just about the power of doubling,
Right.
and the people don't understand how big, so that's just all it is. So like, when I ask you to find out, you have to just do 2 to the 64, and that should be a huge number.
Let's see.
That's kind of what the point is.
Yeah, let's see. It's 4,096.
That would be for 12, right? No, for 12.
For 12.
Yeah, for 2 to the 12, that should be that number.
Oh yeah, let's see.
I haven't memorized them. I just know that one, but.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
And then
And
64 to the second.
And then 2 to the 64.
Oh,
Yeah. Because if something doubles,
oh yeah, then that's
right? Yeah.
gigantic.
Yeah. It's going to be overflow. And that's the point kind of this, it's like.
Oh, so you're trying to put. That's the thing I missed is
Yeah.
those each chest piece or I guess square. They're supposed to be in the exponent.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like, you know, it's like you do it like this. I'll share. I think it's easier if I do that. So square, you know, square 1, you have 1. Sorry, it's not equal. It should be that. Square 2, you have 4, which is 2 squared. You're doubling each time. And then square 3, you're going to have 8. And you go, well, that's 2 times 4, but that's really 2 to the 3rd power and so forth. So that's kind of the idea. Is it's each square is a power of 2 because you're doubling each time.
Right. Okay. So then it's gonna consistently. Oh.
Yes, because like if you go to the 4th square, it's 8. You're doubling it 8 times 2. Well, 2 is already 2 to the 3 times 2, and that's going to be 2 to the 4. So it's just a pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to hurt anybody's brain. Maybe you weren't talking about that one, but that's what I heard when I came in. So anyway, I'm not going to call people back. I was going to call people back, but most of the other groups, I didn't have any big point to make, and nobody really had that many questions and got finished. So you're free to go when you're. I mean, if you have questions, I can stick around. I'm happy to do that, but you're free to go.
Okay, thank you so much. I think.
Okay, thank you, and have a good weekend.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye, and I'll be around for questions if you have any. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Hi, everybody. I'm just kind of checking in to see where you are. I'm not going to call people back because people have don't seem to have questions, and I didn't have or I was able to answer the questions people had, and I don't have a big point to make about today. So I was just going to let people go when they're done. But first, I wanted to see if you had any questions about anything.
Oh, I do have a question. Well, I was actually working on the assessment, but like I stopped that. But
Yeah.
so for 5 for C, how would you solve that? Like,
okay.
yeah, I don't know where the others are, but they're probably way ahead. I'm
Oh,
pretty
you
slow.
just whatever your t value is, you plug it in. So, like, if you wanted to find out how much the virus spread in 3 hours.
Oh no, I'm not that far. I'm on number 5 for C.
Oh, for 5 for C, yeah. Okay. Sorry, so your n would be.
It's okay.
That's all right. I was just thinking. I was looking at C on my screen. So, like, that would be 12. The n would be 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know. There's 12 months, but
Yeah,
I didn't know like where
right.
certain.
So the first
values
month, January, you get 1/12 of the interest for the year. February, you get the next 12th. And so forth. So that, like, your R is always going to be the same, 0.05. And then your N is going to change depending on how often you compound it.
Okay.
And then the N changes in the exponent too.
All right. Yeah, that was just my question.
Okay. And again, I'll stick around for if you have questions, but how are the rest of you doing?
So I'm just grinding along. I don't know
Okay.
about anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on number 6 still. So.
Okay. Do you have questions, or are you working it out pretty well?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm okay. I actually had the same question, so I'm good.
Okay. And you're free to go when you're done. And I'm going to just, I'll post solutions so you can look through them there. And I'll stick around. So if you have questions, just let me know. Because it's about 2:10 and that's when class time ends. I just want to let you know. And if you want me to go over anything you haven't done, I'm happy to do that too. Oh, one thing, people in number 6, a few people said, maybe your group did, I'm not sure, but people asked me what, I have a K value in the formula, and you don't have a K in every, and for A and B, you don't have the K, only in C. So I just wanted to make that clear. Okay. Any questions? Just let me know.
I don't have any questions, but will you be posting the solutions like later on today or like tomorrow?
I'm going to try to get them done right now. So,
Okay.
so my goal is to get them out soon rather than later. So,
All right.
and I'll let people know when I do. Okay. Okie doke. So just let me know if you have questions. Like I said, I'll stick around for a while.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye. And if I don't see you again, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
You too.
Yep. Okay. Bye-bye.